Well, that sucked. Jays lose 11-6 to the Baltimore Orioles and lose the series 2-1. Frustrating. Just first inning going down 3-0 didn't help. Wasn't a good start. But the Jays answered with 4 in the second inning. But then they gave one back in the bottom of that inning to tie the game. And then the Orioles just kind of let the Jays have it from there on out. I mean, they scored 4, so they're up 8-4. Jays scored 2 in the 7th to make it 8-6. And then they scored 3 more. It's just like it was not... If you want to hear Marcus Stroman's line, I don't want to say it, but I'm going to. And I'll explain why. He went 3 2/3, 10 hits, 7 runs. He didn't walk a guy, but he gave up 7 earned runs in 3 2/3. That's not going to win you a game. That's not going to win you a game, no matter what. Chris Tillman was not great, but the bats were there. And for the Jays, none of the top guys were hitting. Okay, so I did not watch the complete game. I had a game tonight. Saw the first few innings. Saw when it was 4-4. That was when I left. And from looking at the stats, Donaldson, Eddie, and Saunders literally did nothing. No walks, 0 for 4, all 3 of them. You could say Carrera as well, but Russell Martin was 1 for 4. Tulowitzki was 2 for 4, and he had a home run, 2 RBIs, and scored 2 runs. His average is now 206. Back to where it started? It might be a little bit higher than when he came, before he got injured. Devin Travis was 3 for 3 with a home run and 3 ribbies. His average now 256, slowly climbing back up there. But it was the pitching. Biagini, again, he's done this countless times lately. 4 hits, 1 earned run. Gavin Floyd pitched 2 solid innings. Gerardo didn't pitch well. Jesse Chavez didn't pitch well. Drew Storm gave up 2 hits, but he got the 1 walk and a strikeout, but he went clean. The pitching sucked. They sucked today. But you know what? As much as it sucks to lose the series, especially since you won the first game, I'm not overly mad. I mean, yes, obviously I would have liked to gain that game on the Orioles, and obviously Boston won 2-1, man. And the Yankees lost to Minnesota, so that's not an insane negative. But you know what? Look at it this way. The Jays have a day off tomorrow. Okay, so that's the first thing, and that's a good thing. The Jays were playing really good baseball. Didn't play extremely well the last 2 days. Now you get a day off. Okay, regroup after these 2 losses. The Diamondbacks come to town. They don't have the greatest pitchers being thrown at us, and we got 2 of our better ones. So maybe we can take those 2 games and kind of grab those 2 from Baltimore and say no. Grab them right back. Then you have another day off. If you can win both, you won 2 in a row, you can have a break now. So there's a lot of breaks this week. Obviously, like I just said, they have the day off tomorrow. And the 2 games against Arizona at home. And then they're back. Then they have a break, another day off. So they have 2 breaks within the 4 days. That's good to see. And then they go on the road for 3 in Chicago to face the White Sox. And then they go for 3 to Colorado to play Tulowitzki's old team, the Colorado Rockies. Then they come back home to face Cleveland to end out the month. But let's kind of like not talk about the games. We already talked about yesterday's game. Let's not talk about today's game. What's the point? They weren't playing well. Pitchers didn't pitch well. It happened. Things happen like that. They were probably saying the same thing about Game 1 of the series. So let's move on to Game 1 of the 2-game set at home against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Now, I will be giving a very good analysis on Game 1 because I will be there. I will be watching the game. I'm excited because Marco Estrada is on the mound. It's gonna be nice watching him pitch, especially after another really good start in his last one. Patrick Corbin is going for the Diamondbacks, 3-6 record with a 4.76 ERA. Definitely winnable game. I mean, you got your ace on the mound facing a guy who's not that great. ERA almost 5. Pounce on him, beat him down, make this team hurt. And then the 22nd, which is the Wednesday, game 2 of the series, Jay Happ's going to the mound. He pitched very well against the Phillies. Robbie Ray, ERA or a 4.5 record and a 4.44 earned run average. These two are winnable games. Both these games, the Jays can win. Straight up. They can win both those games and kind of like erase the two they lost to Baltimore. Ideally, they might not gain the same ground, but they'll win 2 games. But they have to do it, right? They have to do what they have to do. And Jays fans probably are going to be watching the scoreboards tomorrow. Boston plays the White Sox. Baltimore's playing the Texas Rangers. Now, that's a good thing for the Jays. You know, they've got a really, really good team in the Rangers, whereas Baltimore, they're good, but I think Texas is better. So that's good to see, and that's really all that matters, really. At this point, the Yankees and Rays, I don't really care. So, yes, I'm upset that the Jays lost the series, but it happens. It's going to happen. We've barely ever lost a division series this year. We were bound to lose one. There it is. Now we're not going to play an AL East division team for a while. And now we can focus on the other teams, and things like that. But you know what? Yes, we've lost our last 2 games. Okay, actually, I was going to say, we still have the wild card spot. Kansas City's been on a roll. They've won 3 in a row, 8-2 in their last 10. They're kicking some butt right now. They're half a game above the Jays. But I think they're close to Cleveland. They're only half a game behind Cleveland. So, you know what? Let's not look standings. Jays, tomorrow. Arizona, tomorrow, I keep thinking it's every day. Tuesday. Jays, Diamondbacks, Estrada, Patrick Corbin, 7:07 first pitch. Hopefully it's a good night so they'll have the dome open. And hopefully, we'll be talking about getting off the 2-game losing streak and starting a new one with the first win Tuesday night. Let's get her going.